Good morning, students. So today I am going to discuss about with you uh, about the passive infrared motion sensor and Arduino Uno or Arduino Nano, whatever is this. So Arduino board must be there. So here we will find that how uh, we can basically uh, you can say interface PIR sensor with Arduino Uno. So it is a important experiment. It is very useful experiment and useful in many ways. It is used to detect the human presence in a room. It is used to detect the presence of animal. It is used for the security purpose. It is used for the detection and switching on the particular light when any person is present over there. It is also used in robotics. It is also used in uh, many type of infrastructures where we need to find that whether the human is present or not. So, so now let's discuss about the things. So it is your last one of second. It is your 10th experiment in the experimental list. So now let's come to the point. So this is a PIR sensor, and here it has three outputs. One is red is for the positive voltage, which should be connected at positive voltage. For one is your ground voltage. This black is your ground voltage, that is its color coding, and yellow is for the signal. So we just find that whether the signal is present or not. So whenever something is present, then provides us the output, otherwise it switches off. So the aim is to monitor the motion in a room using passive infrared sensor and the Arduino. The motion sensor in a room is using passive infrared sensor and Arduino. So we need Arduino Uno or Arduino Nano. I am using Arduino Nano. You can use any board of the Arduino. You can use any Arduino because the same library are used with every Arduino. So another thing is SCSR 501 PIR sensor. We will use this sensor. This this is very useful sensor and readily available in the market. So some connecting wires are also needed. So connect the SCSR 501 PIR sensor to the Arduino Uno, or connect to the Arduino Uno to the computer. Check the ports and change the and select the port accordingly. That whatever the port is there, just select the port and then come to the text editor. Write the whole code, save the code and compile it and upload it. Now PIR SCSR 501 sensor, we will modify this. So their int LED pin is equal to 13, int PIR pin is equal to 2. So pin number 13, we are providing pin number 13 for the LED pin. PIR pin is a 2. By default also there is LED on Uno board or the Nano board. So PIR pin is 2, PIR stat is 0. So it also says the status, what is the status of the PIR status. And now void setup. Now pin mode LED pin is output and LED PIR pin is the input. Serial begin 9600. We are providing the 9600 baud rate for the serial. Here we are checking the status of the PIR pin by digital read PIR pin. Then if status is high, digital write LED pin is high. You can say some words also. For example, here I have written that hey, I got you. So if it is low, then do nothing, and that PIR LED will be off. So that's how it works basically. So LED pin will be illuminated when the sensor detects motion. So basically it is a motion sensor, so that's why it always detects the motion. If you will still and you do not move, then it may do not detect your motion, and you may it is a problem also with this, because if you don't have any movement in and you are still in some direction, then it will do not work. So moment is important in that case. Okay, so students must write result on their own, and they should write also the conclusion. So learning outcome, the sensor interfacing, and the sensor is capturing the data, home automation and vehicle monitoring. All these things are the applications, and precautions are the handle the kit carefully and write the instructions properly in the editor, text editor. Okay, so in the experiment section I will tell you that how we can make the experiment, how we can perform the experiment using the Arduino Uno, and using the PIR sensor. So if you have any kind of problem in this lecture, then you can ask me. Okay, so if you have any kind of issue, then you can ask me. Okay, so you can send this data with the help of the ESP32 or 8266 to the internet, and you can check it through the IoT also. So thank you for this lecture.